you are probably playing DMZ wrong. Now, in this video, I'm going to go over what I mean by that. I'm also going to go over why I don't blame some people for maybe not playing this after giving it a quick try, and some thoughts on how I would make this game mode better, because I feel like it has potential and it could fill in a gap where there isn't a looter shooter extraction game that's not hardcore like Tarkov. Now, I want to start off by saying this game isn't like Escape from Tarkov. Everyone has said this, everyone knows that it's not like Escape from Tarkov now, so let's move away from that. The current playstyle in Call of Duty games is sniffing a line of G Fuel, sprinting around the map, constantly looking in every direction possible, jumping, bunny hopping, all sorts. If you do that in this game mode, you're not going to have a good time, which is why I can imagine a lot of people have jumped in this, done that, got killed a bunch by the AI, and then gone, this game mode shit, I'm not playing it. Slow things down. Most of the AI can be one tapped in the head or two shot, and they normally don't shoot back as long as you're not in the open. Or sorry, they do shoot back obviously, but you take far less damage if you're not out in the open, you're near cover, and you're taking this a lot more tactical. So if you're thinking about giving DMZ another go, try changing the way you look at the game. Go into a town, go from building to building, sneakily taking out AI, and I can guarantee you'll have way more fun in this game mode than if you just sprinted about like a headless chicken trying to look for kills and killing players. Another way where you could be playing this game mode wrong is going in thinking that you've got a path to go down, or you've got something to do, is the best way I can explain it. In Warzone, you loot up, last one standing, you get out, you get that satisfaction from winning the game. Multiplayer, you go in, try and get kill streaks, try and get as many kills as you can, you complete challenges to unlock camos on your weapons. DMZ is kind of in this spot, and I'll talk about what I mean by there isn't an incentive quite yet, I don't feel like, later on in the video, but I want you to go into this with a kind of mind of, right, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to go in and I'm going to go explore this area and go see what a SAM turret does. Or I'm going to go in and I'm going to check out what a stronghold does. Think of it more of setting your own goals rather than the game giving you stuff to do. And yes, there are quests, but I mean in the sense of, I jumped in with my mate the other day and he said to me, right, can we go see what this SAM turret does? I said sure, I haven't even seen what it does. So we took the SAM turret over and it said done, SAM turret's taken, and that was it. We were like, oh okay. And then we realized that later on down the line it said that the SAM turret shot down a aircraft, and we were like, oh right, okay, so what does that mean? And then we realized that it drops a loot crate. So there we then were like, okay, that was pretty fun, and then we went for the loot crate. So there we've created our own little kind of path. We were curious about something and we did it. So that's the way I want you to kind of think about when you're playing DMZ. Just kind of set your own goals and go in and maybe go into a game and find an area and go, right, what guns do these AI have? See maybe if you can find the best gun from an AI, because what you'll find, and this is, I wouldn't say the player's fault, this is more the design of the game mode, you'll just kind of find yourself not really having anything to do. Now onto the side that I want to talk about that I think is missing from this game mode and what I do to make it better. A lot of players are going into DMZ wanting to kill other players. I don't blame them, it's fun. But I feel like something's missing that's making me want to actually take other players out. And what I mean by that, and I just said it's not the same game as Escape from Tarkov, but that's the closest game we've got to compare to. When I go up against someone in Escape from Tarkov, I can look at them and go, they might have something that I need. They might have gear, they might have a gun, they might have an attachment. All these things that when I go to loot a body, I get excited about. Oh, they've got a really nice AR with a scope on it that's with the best ammo. And that right there gives me the incentive to want to make it out alive. In DMZ mode, I kill someone and I check their body, and what have they got? Oh, okay, so they've got money and contraband weapons. Contraband weapons don't really mean anything because they're just weapons. You can pick roughly the same weapon off an AI once you kill them right off the bat. And money, all it does at the moment is reduce the cooldown of your insured weapon. So what is the point of looting someone? Okay, maybe you've got a quest to kill a player. So you look at the quest, what is the quest reward? It's either a contraband weapon or a key or XP or an XP token. There's something missing there to make you want to take on these fights, kill these players. You'll see at the end of this video, I killed 3 players right near the extract. I didn't get to loot any of them because I just wanted to get out, but I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered that I didn't get to loot them because they probably didn't have anything that I needed on them. Now, what I think's missing is the ability to have a stash, somewhere where you can store guns that you found off other players and gear that you found off other players. Right now, if you find an extra level 3 vest or a extra UAV, there's nowhere to stash this. You can't save it for later. And I feel like that's a kind of a missed opportunity there. You could make level 3 vests or level 2 vests super rare, and if you kill someone who's got a level 3 vest, that gives you the feeling of, right, I want to get out with this and I don't want to lose it. Another thing that I think is kind of missed in this is not being able to add attachments onto your gun, finding attachments in the world and things like that. I feel like it'd be so much better if you could find a gun, say a sniper, it has an iron sight, so you get it out and now it's in your stash. The next game you go in, you find a sniper scope. Great, now you've got a scope for the sniper that you've got in your stash, you want to get out with this scope. That kind of thing, and then you've built a gun in your stash, and then you're like, right, I don't want to take this gun out because I've only got level 1 armor at the moment. And then we go find some level 3 armor. So you go in, you find some level 3 armor, and you stash it. Cool, so now you've got a loadout of a level 3 armor and a sniper. What's missing? An AR. So then it kind of like, right, now I've got this gear loadout of level 3 armor, a sniper, and an AR with all the attachments that I need, suppressor, sight, and all that. Now you go in with this gear, and you are now worried that you're going to lose this gear. It brings in that gear fear because you've just spent all of this time crafting it, and you could go in and die and lose it all. So that's what I feel like is missing. I'm not scared to die in this one. It shouldn't be scared, but I don't have that feeling of, right, I need to be careful when I go into this stronghold, because at the moment I just die, I lose my contraband weapon, I get my insured weapon back in 2 hours. It's just not quite there, and I think they definitely need to get rid of the way the insured weapon works. I think a way better way of doing it is, as I said, add all the attachments in. Once you've got a weapon that you like, you can then add that weapon to your insured tab. I don't think you should be able to just craft a weapon outright like you can now and take it in. As you can see in this gameplay, I'm running around with a silenced M4 with a sight where I've got a red dot and a ACOG, and it's just, I don't care. The only thing in this game mode at the moment that's given me the feeling of I've got this cool thing I need to get out is trying to unlock the M13. That is the only time I think anyone playing this game mode has gone in, killed the boss, got the gun, and wanted to extract. It's very similar to how in Tarkov you kill a boss and you get the golden TT from Rashala in Dorms, and you need it for a quest and you need to get out with this golden TT. It's kind of like that's also missing from this game. I'd also like to talk about the quest rewards that you get at the moment. I think I might have touched on it earlier in this video, so apologies if I'm repeating myself, but I feel like the quest rewards are a bit shit at the moment, and I think the way to fix that would be to have it where after you've made all the changes where you can unlock a gun and you can unlock attachments, make quests give you rewards of high valued guns. Like, okay, this quest gives me an LMG. You don't see LMGs in the game, if you see what I mean. This quest gives me this certain key that I can only use here, and you can only get this key by completing the quest. That would just make quests a bit more, right, I now want to do this quest, instead of just I'm doing this for a double XP token, or I'm doing this for a contraband weapon that I can just get off an AI. Now, going back to the key thing, if they were going to make it so keys were unlocked through quests, or certain keys were unlocked through quests, they would definitely have to have some kind of keychain system where you can add a key to your keychain. You can only have a certain amount of keys, and you don't lose them on death. Otherwise, that would be pretty shit if you've just done this quest and you lose the key and you can never get it back. So that's what I think is wrong with this game mode at the moment. It's not really... Don't get me wrong, I am having fun. It's definitely fun to jump on with a mate. It's just slightly slower paced than Warzone, and you can kind of just, as I said, make your own missions up and get in situations which are quite fun, especially when like a juggernaut lands and you're caught with your pants down in the middle of the open. You've got to find cover and things like that. But there's definitely a lot missing here from the game that would just make it that tiny bit better and give me a little bit more incentive to actually want to play it, and a little bit more enjoyment when completing these quests, when finding this gear. Oh, and I've just remembered another thing. One thing that needs to be gotten rid of in this game is self-revives. Self-revives should not be in DMZ. It completely ruins the flow of the game. You'll see that I get downed by the extraction at the end of this video, and I self-revive myself and kill all 3 players. Self-revives are just a bit cheap. It kind of, again, adds to that feeling of it doesn't matter if I die type situation. I think they should probably still keep revives in through teammates. Maybe not. I think it would add to the fear of dying. I think actually, yeah, think about it. I think they should get rid of revives from teammates. I feel like if you go in with a team of 3, if one of you dies, that's the end of it. Again, that just adds to the fear of dying. You won't want to die. You won't start running around, because if you die, you then have to wait for your mates to get out of the game. And I can understand why they've added revives and things like that. They don't want people having to wait around. They want people playing their game. They want the casual players to have a good time. And again, this isn't trying to make the game harder or anything like that. I don't want this game to be like Tarkov, as I said. I just feel like it would be more fun if it was a tiny bit more hardcore than it already is. I've just thought of another thing, and sorry, this video is all over the place. I'm kind of new to making videos, so I don't have a script written down. This is all just off the top of my head. But another thing with the money, at the moment, all the money does is reduce the cooldown of your insured weapon. It would be way cooler if I could actually take this money out with me and put it in my stash, and then there's some kind of market outside of the actual game. When I say outside of the game, I mean like in the lobby, that I can buy items from the market. That would definitely give money a lot more value, a lot more of like, okay, I need to find this much money, I need to save up to buy this gear from the store, and it could be tied to like a quest. The quest might say, right, you need to find this at this location, and you need a metal detector to find it. Where do you get a metal detector from? From a boss, or you can buy one from the shop for this however much money. And obviously you make way too much at the moment, so they'd have to either tone down the amount of money you can find in the game, or make it so the items cost way more in the shop. I feel like that could get rid of the buy station element. I don't feel like buy stations really fit in this game. It just doesn't feel quite right that I have to go into the game, find a buy station to then buy contraband gear and UAVs and stuff like that. It just doesn't quite fit. I feel like it'd be way better if that shop was outside of the game and I could bring it in with me. Yeah, just because I'm running out of time on the length of this video, So for my first point of you're probably playing this game mode wrong, play it a bit slower, make your own goals, be a lot more tactical, stop running around like you've just sniffed a line of G Fuel, and you'll definitely enjoy this game mode a lot more. Things to make it better, they need to incentivize looting people, make loot feel more valuable, because at the moment it just doesn't. Definitely need a stash system where I can keep things that I've found in the game. It sucks finding an extra level 3 vest and I can't use it again. Make items a lot more rarer to incentivize or to make it feel a lot better when you find these pieces of gear and items. Add attachments to the game that you can find. It would make it way better finding a gun and finding the attachments. Get rid of being able to create your own loadouts and the insured weapon bit. I just feel like that really doesn't fit with DMZ. It's fine with Warzone, not with DMZ. And make the quests a lot better and give way better rewards in the sense of DMZ style of game mode. But anyway, this video is coming to the end. I'm probably going to skip the end bit forward to where I managed to kill 3 people near the extract. Again, I said it earlier, but apologies for the rambling in this video, and if it seems a bit all over the place. I'm just getting used to making videos, and I really just wanted to kind of get my thoughts out about DMZ, and hopefully this gets somewhere and we might see some changes in the future that will make it a little bit better than it is, because it's definitely a lot of fun. But if you do enjoy this content and you want to see more from me, feel free to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know that you enjoyed, and either leave a comment saying how shit this video was and you need to structure it a lot better. But I'll leave you to me getting sniped by this team of 3 and yeah, making it out alive. Anyway, have a good day. Laters.
Hostile UAV in the area.